Hello everyone, I am Sindhu studying in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering 7th Sem EC. Today I am going to discuss about a subject called real-time systems and subject code was 18 EC 731. Let's begin the session. First, it was an introduction to our real-time systems. Real-time systems are computer systems that must respond to external events within a specific time frames. Real time system development, the process of designing and implementing a real time systems. And methodologies are structured approaches using in a real time system development. These systems are used in a wide range of applications, including navigation, medical devices, and industrial control systems. Developing a real time systems can be challenging due to a need for precise timing and responsiveness. That's why it's important to use appropriate development methodologies to ensure that the system meets its requirements. In this section, we will introduce two real-time system development methodologies, the waterfall model and the agile model. We will explain the strengths and weaknesses of each approaches and provide guidance on when to use them. First, we are going to discuss about a methodology called waterfall methodology. The waterfall model is a traditional approaches to a software development that is commonly used in a real-time system. Development it is a linear and a sequential process that follows a top-down approach with each phase of the development cycle being completed before moving on to the next one. Phases of the waterfall model it is a requirement gathering and analysis and system designing, implementation and coding, testing and validation and deployment and maintenance. Each phases of the water model is completed before moving on to the next one with no overlap between phases. This means that each phase must be completed and signed off on before the next phase begin. While this approach can be rigid and inflexible, it is often used in a real-time system development because it provides a clear structure and helps ensure that each phase is completely thoroughly before moving on to the next one. Key characters of a water model. It is a sequential approach, progresses through our distinct phases, each building on the outputs of the previous phase. And we have a phases requirement analysis system, design and implementation, testing and maintenance. And advantages of these are well defined and easy to understand and suitable for small to medium sized projects. And disadvantages are it is a limited flexibility for changes and difficult to estimate time and cost accurately and potential for delay in feedback. We have some challenges in this waterfall model. It can be difficult to make changes once a stage in completed, making it less flexible than other models. It can be challenging to estimate the time and resources required for each stage, leading to delays and cost overruns. It may not be suitable for projects with a changing or dynamic requirements as it does not allow for flexibility and adaptation. It can lead to a lack of collaborations and communication between teams as each stage is completed before moving on to the next one. Next, methodology. Methodology is V model. V model we have a sequential approach. It is similar to a waterfall model but emphasizes the verification and validation processes. It has a phases requirement analysis, system design, implementation, testing and verification. Both the water model and the V model both have the Same procedure in phases. Advantages: it emphasizes a early stage and validation, and it reduces the risk of last stage errors. And some disadvantages in a V modules are limited flexibility for changes and increased documentation effort compared to other methodologies. Use cases real-time systems with a critical safety requirement where early verifications and validations are crucial. And another methodology called Agile methodology. In Agile methodology, we have an overview on that. Agile development is a real-time system development methodology that emphasizes a flexibility and collaboration between cross-functional teams. It involves iterative and increment development where requirement and solution involve through the collaborative efforts of a self-organizing and a cross-function teams. Here we have some key features: iterative and incremental developments, and flexible and adaptive approaches to change, and cross function and a self organization team. And here we have some key characteristics: it is iterative and increment approaches, and flexible and adaptive, and same. We have key features, and we have here we have phases. In phases, we have a planning, requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, and iteration review. In this, iterative and incremental approaches breaks a development into a small iterations and allowing for a flexibility and adaptation. Here we have some benefits or advantages in this. It increased in a flexibility, faster response to a changes, and promotes a collaboration and customer involvement. And also we have here that flexibility to change a requirement of a needed frequent feedback and communication without stakeholders, and ability to deliver working software quickly encourages collaboration and teamwork, reduces the risk of projects. And here we have some disadvantages. It requires active customer involvement, can be challenging to manage for large scale projects. And here we have some use cases in real time system which involving or ambiguous requirements where frequent feedback is essential. And we have a rapid application development RAD. It has a iterative and a incremental approaches, focuses on a prototyping, rapid iterations, and a user feedback, and a phases requirements of planning, user design, and construction and cutover. And here we have some advantages: quick development cycles, increased our customer involvement, and reduced in a risk of miscommunications. And in this we have also have a disadvantages: limited suitability for a complex system, and potential for a scope creep due to a rapid changes. At last, we came to a conclusion. In this, we learnt about two methodologies, mainly a water model and waterfall model, and a algae model. Here we have a real-time system development methodologies provides a structured approaches for designing and implementing a real-time systems. The waterfall model and the V models are a sequential approaches suitable for a system with a stable and a well understood requirements. Agile model and a rapid application development, or we can also call it as RAD, are iterative and incremental approaches that offer a flexibility and a quicker response to our changes. Hope you understand these all methodologies of a real-time systems. Thank you.